Oh no. Okay. Did I scare you when I said, oh no? There's nothing wrong. Hi, I'm back. Good morning. Good morning, my friends. We are having another Go stream. I'm sorry the other day I only had like a 20-minute like one game with Gooplet. She's been pretty cool. I am glad to make a new friend. Um, we're gonna be playing a game with another streamer, Neko-cha, Ili Neko-cha. Um, he's playing 13 by 13 right now, but I don't know if he wants to play 13 or he wants to play 19. I'm used to 19, and I got my 19 board and my stones. So, I got my little like I'm ready to game. Okay, like like we're here. I got my like little gloves. They're like little hacker gloves. Oh wait, they're not. They're just like fingerless gloves. Okay, I'm not a hacker. Actually, I am, but like not the way you think. Like I'm a computer programmer person. Okay, but not really. Ju- just like in theory. Like I'm a Linux nerd, and so like I can set up Linux and I understand like some programming stuff like C++ and C and like make files and CMake and all that kind of stuff is barely there. Like in order to make it work, I'd have to like do a lot of googling and like copy pasting a whole bunch of crap. But isn't that what programmers do? Okay, let's be real. Like everybody acts like they're super smart, but in the end of the day, they're just going to Stack Exchange and like trying to hack together other people's stuff. And it's this endless cycle of people hacking stuff together and then somehow making something work. And then just you get used to it and you learn some stuff and then suddenly you become somewhat of an expert. And then people ask you and then people are copy pasting from you and the cycle continues. Um but yeah, I had a pretty good day yesterday. I actually won a game. I'm gonna gloat just a little bit. I won a game against Alexandra Botez yesterday. To be fair, like she was busy talking, and so like I guess I could consider that a handicap. Like she was being she was talking to her stream, and so it's like, like I managed to swindle. Okay, but I don't think she would let that happen again. I doubt it. I highly doubt she would let that happen again. She's gonna roll up her sleeves and destroy me next time. she's not gonna take me for she's not gonna take a victory against me for granted. Okay, like you give me some material, I'm not gonna lose that end game. Okay, let's just be real here. Like it's getting to that point. That's the problem. She was winning and then she blundered away and it completely turned it around. She was like, "Oh, I could still win down a piece," and I'm like, "Nope." Sorry, she was already up like a rook and a piece, and then so it's like, yeah, there's no way I can come back from that. But if you give me some leeway, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna get ya. I'm gonna get ya. Okay, so, because my end game is not the best, obviously. I'm not a grandmaster. Okay, Grandmaster Lauren. It's that's not we're not there. Okay, but I mean at the same time, I still understand endgame pretty well. I think like I don't know. Let's be real here. I'm not a master yet. Not even a title player at all yet. Um, Hopefully one day I could actually start playing tournaments. I would like to play some AGA tournaments and stuff like that, as well. Like Go has been like a huge like endeavor for me my entire life. I've just been daunted by this game so many times. Like I would try to learn it and then I would get frustrated and then just go back to chess. Not to say that chess is inferior or chess is easier. What I'm saying is I'm more comfortable with chess because that's like the first game I learned how to play. But around the same time I learned chess, I also learned Go, and it's just for some reason it's been way more daunting of a task to try to learn this game. And I'm making a dedicated effort now, and it's kind of cool that, we can collaborate as streamers and we can like, work together and teach each other. People come into my chat and teach me stuff. We do game reviews. That is really like at the core of it, that's how you learn anyway. So I feel like now is the time. Now is like the best time in history to become a Go player, I really think, because streaming like Twitch, as small as Go is, I feel like it could grow a lot. I'm gonna try to help it grow in any way I can. Because like chess, we need to grow the game. Like people love this game, they just don't know it yet. And that's the thing is like people see this game and they're like, oh, it's just really confusing. I don't get it. I heard about AlphaGo and I heard about like Computer Go and that's cool, but like I don't understand this game. But it's like, yeah, like all you have to do is like get that little taste, and then like once you're hooked, like you're hooked for life. It's like this is an eternal game. It's like over 2,000 years old for a reason. Like like it's still played pretty much the same way. The only thing that's been changed is the Komi rule, really, and obviously the clock. Um, like the Byoyomi for Japanese counting, or the Fisher whatever for everywhere else. I don't know. It's like, why not just use the Byoyomi system? It makes more sense for Go. Because then you get like 30 seconds per move after you've used your main time, and you get like multiple periods of that. So it's like, if you really need to use your time, you have to give up like, it makes more sense for this game. Because 30 seconds is actually a pretty good time to place a stone. And I feel like even if you played the whole game with Byoyomi, with only one period, like if you only had 30 seconds per move the entire game, and if you use those 30 seconds you lose, you'd still get a pretty good game. Like compared to chess, where if you have less time, the quality of the game kind of drastically shifts. And obviously, I don't know too much about Go, so I'm just like kind of just saying like what's on my mind. That's really all. In the end of the day, we play the move we want to play, and it may not be the best because we're not very strong, but we get stronger. And so as I get stronger, my understanding of the game and my understanding of everything gets better, and you reassess. But at the moment, I have to play with confidence. I have to play the stone I wish to play, and that's the one that I come up with is going to be the best that I can come up with right now. And the best one I can come up with is that, like, I'm pretty sure, like, obviously the quality of play is going to be much better with more time, especially if you're already really experienced. Like a professional Go player, I would bet has like way more use of that time. But I feel like a beginner with more time doesn't necessarily make them better. I don't really know. um oh, I need to turn off. See, it's like you join a new Discord server. So I joined Neko Cha's Discord server, but when you join a new Discord server, it's like I have to mute the notifications, because otherwise I just get non-stop notifications. Anyway, I'm about to challenge him. I don't know if he's ready yet. Okay, notifications. Mute until I turn it back on. There we go. Yeah, sorry. Otherwise I just get bloop 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 all day. Because I'm in like 50 servers. like if I get notifications for channels, it's like it's not gonna stop ever. Anyway, gosh. Okay, let's switch over. We're observing him right now. Um um let me challenge him. First of all, I think I like. Yeah, there we go. That's the lighter one's better, I think. Um, I don't know if you like the super simple one or glossy, or I like those. I don't like these ones. It's like it's really dark. That one's okay. I kind of like these old school ones. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, like I kind of like just the basic diagram one, and then even better, like just switch to like diagram mode. Hey, game creator, Gami creator, Gami. I don't know, which stones do you prefer? These ones or these ones? Or yeah, these ones. The first one, these? Yeah, I kind of like these ones. But then as far as background, do you want the wood or do you want the white? Yeah, wood. You gotta have wood. Yeah, I like the simple ones because it's just easier to see. White looks ugly, yeah. We're not reading a book. Hey, God King. ちょっとね、ゴッドキングちょっとね、はじめ、喜んでな、喜んでねは、囲碁を、石をプレイした、はじめスタート Sorry, I couldn't resist. God King Cthulhu. Sorry, I gotta get my Yu-Gi-Oh on. We gotta get our Yu-Gi-Oh going. Let me challenge my friend here. Um, okay. Um, um, I don't know what happened. I need to whitelist some sites. Nightbot's been acting up really, so I'm really sorry what if Nightbot timed you out. I've been trying to fix Nightbot lately. Let me go and tweak Nightbot a little bit. Oh, looks like the game is starting. Oh. Okay. Okay, he says this will be a teaching game. Yeah, let me adjust Nightbot a little bit though. Because um I need to whitelist OGS. Okay, onlinego.com. Okay. And also, I think I need to also change the options for repetition. Let me change it to like a higher number. Okay, and that should be good. Okay, good. Now you have online Go. So I'm playing a game at the moment though. Um, it looks like are we both playing the low Chinese? Are we, are we both playing the low Chinese? I'm not used to white playing the 4-3 or okay. Using these like gloves is kind of rough. I need to focus. We need to focus. Okay, so it looks like there's two enclosure. And let me just kind of enclose. Playing Go while playing Go. Well, it's the same game. I'm just playing on my board. Why do you do that? It gives me a little extra focus, and it also kind of like lets me see what the game looks like and feels like and plays like in person. So that when I go to a tournament, I'm not like one of those people that only plays online, and then suddenly like my fingers don't know what to do, right? Like you have to have that muscle memory. I do the same thing with longer chess games as well. Mm. I don't know if I should do this. I'm gonna give it a try. Let's just give the Hane there. But yeah, it's like a big thing for me. I really need like I kind of have a weird brain. I don't think it's weird. I don't think I'm the only one who needs like muscle memory kind of stuff. Uh, but I am like on the autism spectrum. I also am a trans woman. I'm very proud of both. I really don't think I even read like an amazing article today, or not an article, but it was like a Facebook post about how being autistic isn't like something to be ashamed of, and it's not something to fix because you can't fix it. And the real challenge comes in trying to like live in a world that is set up for neurotypical people, and that's really what makes us disabled in some cases. In my case, I'm extremely disabled as far as like being able to work is. I can't have a job, I can't look for a job, I can't keep a job. I've had many years of just intense struggle and problems and burning bridges, and it's just impossible. And so we're applying for SSI, but I'm not like there's nothing inherently wrong with me. It's just that like I can't conform to like a strict set of what the world wants me to conform to. Interestingly, there's been like an interesting link, like a correlation between being transgender and being on the spectrum, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of more of a correlation. Nobody really has done too much research, but it's a correlation, and it kind of makes sense because like being on the spectrum means that your brain in its entire like makeup is like different. Like it's fundamentally different from neurotypical people. Like my brain, I wouldn't be who I am if I wasn't on the spectrum. I'd be a different person. And so to try to treat it like it's like a virus or like it's like a disease is ridiculous because you can't erase one without erasing the other. And so you can't like say, "Oh, I'm so sorry you're autistic. I hope you get better." And it's like, dude, like this isn't going away. I'm not going to get better. Like this isn't a cold, okay? Like my brain just works differently, and I wish more people would understand that. And we're getting there as a society, I think. Um, I probably didn't play this the best I could. I'm not very good at Go. Um, I'm not very good. But I'm trying to play and get better. And that's part of what we're doing here on Twitch is we're learning and playing and laughing and crying together. I usually play chess, but lately I've been focusing on Go because I've been wanting to make a deliberate effort to improve at this game, and I still stream chess. Um, it's just I want to make a deliberate effort to stream more Go and play more Go. Okay, I think that gives me some chances. I don't think he's punishing me. He says it's a teaching game, so I don't think he punished me in this corner as much as he could have. That's my guess. I'm guess he's trying to be more like teaching, which is good. I really don't. I'm gonna take his word for it when it comes to like when it comes to like how to play. Oh wait, so in this time system your time goes down even when it's not your turn. Oh no, it's my turn. Never mind. Because I see a clock going down on his end. I don't know what that's all about. Uh, I think I need to make a base over here. But yeah, I apologize for the silent stream. I don't know if it's actually kind of relaxing. Feel free to listen to your own music, you know, however you see fit. I deleted all my VODs and all my clips because of there's like been a DMCA crackdown lately, and part of that is like I didn't want to risk any of it. Maybe like bigger creators, like who have thousands of viewers, might get away with it, but I just deleted everything. I downloaded all my clips. Um, well, it's a spectrum. Um, so the kind I have is I have autism spectrum disorder without physical or mental impairment. So on the outside, it looks like I'm fine. But inwardly, I'm constantly fighting like an extremely difficult battle. Yeah, it's more psychology. Oh, you're second semester psychology. Well, I'm probably not the person to answer your questions. I don't I really like I was only recently diagnosed as an adult. But I obviously I've been this way my whole life. The same with being trans. Like I was trans my whole life. I just didn't know exactly what it was until around I was 18 or so. And then I kind of like lived in denial until I was like 31 last year. And then I started transitioning, and it's been a year and a month on hormones, and I've never felt better, never felt happier. And I'm really excited what the next year is gonna bring. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go there. The night move looks like a better idea. This is probably a completely bad shape here. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that. You are the person to answer. Well, what I mean is like for me, it's like if I'm not like if you want to imagine it this way, and it's going to be like to the extreme. Like most people have like similar experiences, but for somebody who's on the spectrum, it's like take it to the max. So like with it, like most people can kind of relate to this idea, and this is kind of I never really quite put it into succinct words before, but for me, like I'm pretty sure people can relate, and that's kind of the problem is because sometimes people relate and they're like, oh well, you're not on the spectrum, you're just having a difficulty, and it's like, dude, like I wish people would stop being like trying to be doctors when they're not. And let me do this two-point jump here. But like when people are like that and they're trying to tell you, they think that they're doing you a favor. They think they're trying to cheer you up. Oh, you're not really autistic. You're just socially awkward. And it's like, dude, like calm down. But like what happens is like I need to be I like the biggest thing is I need a comfortable routine. And that doesn't mean that I'm like rigid, because I'm able to adapt and be dynamic. And I'm a lot better than I give myself credit for, but that's mostly because I'm better at pretending like everything's okay. Like for the most part, it looks like nothing is wrong to the outside observer. Like that's why I've had so much trouble my whole life is because people are like, "Oh, you have no excuse. You have no excuse." And it's like that's because they're only looking at the outside. They're not looking at the struggle that I go through internally, which is like torture whenever I like have to basically if somebody else is in control of a situation, it like which is most of our lives, especially if you like are growing up in elementary school and going to school and or having a job or anything like that, being in a situation where somebody has a power dynamic over me is extremely like impossible for me, because it's like It's like it's because I need to self-regulate. I need to self-manage because I need to get my mind on like a specific path. And if anything tries to pull me from that path, I might be able to deal with it like outwardly, but like internally like it's torture. Like it's literally torture. Like I have physical pain and people don't even know it's happening most of the time. Unless it's really bad. If it's really bad, people are very aware of it. Like I'll have like a meltdown or something. Yeah, I don't know quite know what to do. I think I have to just give up this K4 stone. Let me try to kind of like build over here. But yeah, that's basically it. That's like in a total like 5-second nutshell is basically not having control is like not being in control and the discomfort coming from that. Um, and I know it's like I've had so many people in my life just lecture me like, oh, you know, you need to just suck it up and go get a job. Everybody else does. And it's like, yeah, but like it's like it's already hard for you, for other people and everybody else. But there's like this extra layer of like inward pain. Like it's like somebody stabbing me in the heart. And as much as I want it to be different, as much as I want to just integrate into society and be a useful member of society, I sometimes I just can't. And right now we're trying to work on, you know, dealing with my challenges, you know, in therapy and stuff like that. But it's really maybe I can do something about the K4 stone. Um, but at the end of the day, you know, I can't fix this. I can't get rid of this. It's not like a disease or like another kind of like I have multiple mental illnesses of stemming from this like because of just the way I've been treated in life because of this undiagnosed issue. Oh well, thanks for stopping by, Gami. Thanks for talking with me. It was great. I'm leaving a follow. Be back. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Anytime. Anytime, Gami. Well, I hope you enjoyed your stay. Okay, so I don't know if this is even doing anything. Let me just keep running out. Let me just see what happens. I'll have to see what he has to say about it after the game. Okay. Let's just keep doing it just for fun. Let's see what happens. Okay, so now I have to deal with that. And let me just connect. Yeah, let me just build a giant wall. Why not? Just for funsies. Yeah, he's 6Q. He's much stronger than me. Much, much, much. But it's okay. I'll play anybody. Okay, well, let me just make sure stones are groups. But yeah, it's been a really challenging thing for me because like learning a game like Go requires and chess, like I'm able to for some reason, you know, I'm a musician, so for some reason when it comes to music or like chess, like I can actually like listen to authority because I trust them and I know for a fact that I can learn from them. But for some reason, in certain areas, even when that's still true, it doesn't feel the same. I really don't know how to explain it. It's quite a phenomenon. It doesn't seem to have any rhyme or reason, and I don't think there is. I mean, obviously there must be some kind of pattern, but like in the end of the day, it's really just it's something that I just don't understand. Um, let me try playing here. Let me kind of make this group a little bit something. I don't know. I'm probably not doing too well in the game. Looks like white has like this entire bottom left and bottom, and this top left, and looks like I have this bottom right corner, and some of this, maybe some of a, maybe some of a base on, maybe maybe some of a base on the right side. It looks like white has the entire top side, but I think I need to get some center influence, but I think I need to
10, 9.
Yeah, let's just make sure that this stone doesn't run amok. We don't want no stones running amok. That's no. No. Heads will roll. And we enter the arena into the foray, where we place stones where we wish to place them, and whether they work or not is irrelevant. We learn from each game, from each stone. We learn as each stone is placed. We enter into an arena of the world around us, and we say to our opponents, "You are teaching me with every stone you play, and I will learn from you and defeat you in battle." Because, we must learn from our enemies. They're the ones who are most important to learn from. Because our enemies will teach us what their weaknesses, and from their weaknesses we can destroy them. We can see an enemy coming near, and we see that their horse looks to be a little bit tired, and maybe their left front leg is a little weak, and so we could use that to an advantage and steer our enemy into a pitfall where their horse might break down, the poor animal. But sacrifices must be made in war. Which is why we bring our stones across the board. We try to surround this little teeny stone here. It's trying to make a run amok, but it's not gonna live. It's not gonna live. It's not gonna live. It's just not gonna live. We're not gonna let that stone live. We're going to make sure it has no breathing room. No breathing room. We're gonna make sure it has no breathing room. Room. We're gonna make sure it has no breathing room. Okay, so when we place the stone, it's where we go. You playing on the 1610 point. Okay, maybe I could either go for. This seems a little ambitious. These seem safe. This seems ambitious. This seems safe.
10.
Let's be ambitious. We're gonna play ambitiously. Okay. And, okay, so I think it's also saved. Okay, so we got a bamboo shoot there. Okay. And looks like I did sacrifice. I mean, you separate these two groups. So maybe not so great, but it's okay. It's okay. At the end of the day, it is just a game.
9, 8, 7, 6.
I think I need to play here. Okay. And looks like you just play at the entrance of that bamboo shoot. Um, yeah, let's make a wall there. Okay, and let's just kind of make this group stronger first. See what's going on there first. And then I'm gonna kind of encase this thing. For me, it looks like when you make this little pattern before this stone was played, for me, let's see if I go, oops. Yeah, for me, when I have this little pattern right here, it reminds me of like a little mushroom. Like this is the stem and this is the cap. Uh-oh. Okay, let's just make that safe. Oops. Wait. Oh no, that didn't count. Why is it not letting me? It's like in analysis mode. What's going on? Oh, back to game. I have to click on it. Okay, there we go. Jeez, that was scary. I used up a whole Byoyomi period because of that. I didn't realize it was like an analysis mode. Oh, you're gonna try to get through the chute. Oh no, that takes away a point. Oh dear. Oh my. It's okay, we'll live. Well, we're probably not going to live this game, but it's okay. We're gonna live in real life. Okay, and I think... Let me just play here. Attach. Attach! And now a wall is made. Let me try to see if I can run this group out. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Just play and see. Play and see. Play and see. And I don't think this is good. Maybe it is, but maybe this is better. This gets closer to this group. This kind of... Yeah, I kind of want to ensure the left side. Hi, Apollo! Welcome to the stream, my friend. I hope you're having a great day. We're playing with another streamer, JJ-chan. And I hope I said his name right. Yeah, he's another streamer, ILY Neko Ko, or Neko Cha. ILY Neko Cha.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Uh-oh.
6,
Let's
5.
play here. Ah, that's him. Yeah, we're playing against ILY Neko Cha. Jijie-chan. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I apologize.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Let's play here. I'm just going to make groups stronger. And this means I think I should Hane. Okay. And let me just get this stone closer. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting morning so far. I woke up and You know, had just finished my coffee, had some oatmeal with peanut butter in it, and you know, just saw this streamer playing. And I'm like, hey, like let me talk to this streamer. It seemed like a cool guy, and I said, hey, do you want to play a game? And I was like, okay. I mean, he was like, okay, and then like I was like, okay, I need like 15 minutes. I need to get mentally prepared, because this game takes a lot out of me. It's an extremely difficult game. But that's kind of why, you know, like we shouldn't run away from challenges. I was explaining earlier, I am on the autism spectrum, and so games. Oh, for some reason, I never played this stone on my Gobon. Yeah, there was a stone there on J16. So a game like Go, I feel, is like the embodiment of like the challenges my mind faces, because it's really difficult for me to wrap my mind around this game, and maybe that offers me a lot of insight. So maybe playing more Go and getting stronger at Go might help me understand my own brain better. At least we can give it a try, and maybe I'm a lot stronger than I can even imagine. Who knows? And hopefully, I don't know if it's going to help in my real life, but I think so. I mean, chess did similar things for me. I was actually, you know, like remembering a lot of stuff from this morning, from, you know, like, there was 4 years of my life I was like homeless and like living in homeless shelters. But what got me out of it, what was not so much the situation, was more of a mindset. Being able to show up every day and work on the chessboard, it brought me it brought me like a mindset that got towards victory, and I was able to push my way out of the situation somehow. I don't know how it happened. You know, there was help from others, but much like chess, sometimes you get some help. And you know, and I like to think of things more in like a broader terms and bigger picture. It's not just about the single game, you know, it's about the entire, like, you know, I'm in the end of the day, you know, we play one Go game and maybe it's going to go well for me, but you know, it's not about one game, it's about our life. You know, like there's going to be more, like hundreds of thousands of games that we live in our entire life, and to live it all for one game, I feel like is uh kind of a loss. Like to only do well in one game and then not have a sustainable loving life. You know, like we can have a beautiful balance with the game, instead of having the game fight us. We integrate it as a part of ourselves, and we become the stones, and we become the board. And I believe this group is dead now. You can't, if you play here, I play here, here. Yeah, I don't have to capture these unless there's something else that happens and then I have to be forced, but I doubt that. That group can't be saved. This group can't be saved. If you play here,
10,
I play here. Okay, I can't read it out too much.
7, 6.
Let me just make sure this group is stronger. It's strong enough. Strong enough. It's gotta be strong enough. Strong enough. Okay, but yeah, like that's really what got me out of it, was showing up every single day with a chessboard and working on chess, you know, with intensity. Other people would observe it and say like, oh, you know, what are you doing with your life? You're wasting your life. And I'm like, well, I need to do this, you know, because otherwise I had no hope. You know, like you live in a homeless shelter with like 100 people, and people are trying to pull you into their drama. People are trying to convince you that there's one way to live life and any other way is wrong. And there's people who will distract you. And so I needed something to help me focus. And what that was the chessboard. And so I showed up every day, and eventually I started going to the college, and just being on the college campus was a huge deal for me. I mean, because in order to do something sustainably, you have to get used to it. And you get your mind, at least for me, I get my mind prepared for the situation. And, oh, you didn't have to play there. He could have played e6, and that would have destroyed this group. So I just play e6 now, and now it's safe. So this definitely is a teaching game. He could have played e6, and that would have like completely separated these groups. So it's like he played that other move as like a warning. Let me try to see. Well, first of all, is it more important to just try to? I think there might be more important spots of the board. Let's just play here. Let me honey. But yeah, I mean, to the outside observer, it looked like I was wasting time. To me, it was like the best use of my time because I was showing up every single day, focused and ready and excited, and that got me in the right mindset to try to get out of there. I was somehow managed my way into getting a job, and then my dad let me move back in because he saw how much I was working and saw how hard I was struggling. But I couldn't maintain that job, and it would have never gotten me out of homelessness, to tell you the truth. Bing, bang, bing. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I have to play here. Oh no, but then oh. I'm gonna play here while I still have a chance. Because I thought white was gonna play there. Oh, it wouldn't be a threat. Never mind, it wouldn't have been a threat. For some reason, I was thinking one of these stones was white. Hey, Neekers or Creekers? Creekers! It's been like, I think like 8 months? 9 months? 10 months? Your name sounds familiar. Welcome back to the stream. A lot has happened. A lot has happened. But more of the same, you know. We're hanging in there, and we're moving forward with our life, you know, and with our stream, you know, it's like I had to delete all my clips and all my VODs because of the DMCA crackdown, but I saved all my clips. I uploaded part 1 of 3 of 24 hours of like the first 11 hours of like a 24-hour collection of clips from my stream, and that's pretty intense. So that's on YouTube right now. If you go here,
9, 8.
yeah, let me just play here. My name sounds too familiar to too much people. I spent too much of my life in here. Yeah, Creekers. You're Creeker the Creeper. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's kind of a fresh start. You know, I don't have music on the stream anymore, which is kind of different, but I am actually kind of liking it because it's like I can still listen to the music. So I get to listen to music and you don't. Okay. But like, you know, at the same time, like I feel like it helps with like now the VODs will have like be a lot easier to edit if I ever want to take any footage from my Twitch streams to put into to integrate into YouTube videos, then I'll always have that chance without too much editing. Like obviously YouTube is a different medium and it's a different format, so most of the time I probably wouldn't want to be taking footage from Twitch, but at the same time, you know, it's nice to have the option. And the thing is like I kind of like the fresh start, you know, like all the clips, and it's like I've gotten better as a streamer, as a broadcaster since then, and just kind of starting off from a new point. Like we're at a new point in my life, we're at a new point in my stream, we're at a new point in my career, if you want to call it that. I consider it, you know, like it's like when people say chess career, even if you don't make money from it, it's just like you still look at like your career as a player, like you have a resume of games that you've played. So obviously there's different definitions of career. Like I have a career as as a chess player. I have a career as a Go player. I have a career as a Twitch streamer. I have a career as a programmer. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm like earning a living from it. That's a different kind of thing. It'd be nice to like make that happen. I don't know if it ever will, but I'm gonna try my damnedest to make um, some kind of career out of what I'm doing as a broadcaster. But it's really difficult, and it'll never just be, and maybe it will, but I can't count on it ever being like this sole source of income. But I have multiple things going for me. I'm a chess player. I've taught chess before. I've worked with kids. I've worked with adults. I've worked, on my stream, so I'm used to using, a screen and using broadcasting tools. So doing coaching is like a real thing that people need. I would like to get my master title. Because like as a resume builder, because it would be nice. I feel like if I have a master title, I'd be more likely to get work. That's just as sad as that is. That's pretty much how it works. Because if people are gonna see two different people as their coach, one's low rated online, but the other is like higher rated, they're probably gonna go with the higher rated person. But I don't know. I would like to think that I'm a lot stronger than my rating would suggest. But also, I understand how to help a beginner. I've worked with beginners. I understand the problems that beginners have. I understand how to help beginners learn the things that they need to learn, which is less about what people think that they need to learn and more about what they need to learn. Because there's certain things that a lot of stronger players take for granted. And sometimes learning something requires going a different direction than you might think. And so I start with like visualization and talking about how to how to write down your moves, how to like think about the board in general, splitting the board into king side and queen side. It's all that kind of stuff. I feel like that's way more important for a beginner to really learn first than people really give it credit for, because most of the time coaches seem to start beginners off with like, oh, here's the Ruy Lopez, and it's like, okay, well that makes no sense to somebody who's never played the game, or who's only played it like just casually, or has only played it with their friends and doesn't really understand it. So in order to get that groundation, in order to get that understanding of like how to play a Ruy Lopez, or even simpler foundation stuff like the 10 opening principles and stuff like that, even that kind of stuff, like it's not going to make sense unless you have like a firm understanding of the visualization techniques you need of the board, of like being able to say, okay, you need to be able to put in succinct terms and concise terms what you're talking about the board when you're talking about the board, because if you don't have the tools to discuss because you need the tools in order to get better, because you're teaching them what they need in order to give them a vocabulary
7,
so that they can understand, so that they can actually like teach themselves, if that makes any sense. Like if you know how to talk about the board, and you know how to talk about like the connection between the pieces, and you know that this is like, there's a square that says c4, and that's the queen's bishop pawn, that's the king's bishop file, queen's bishop file, and then like you can think about the board that way. And like most people only understand, and actually not even most people, a lot of people don't even remember that the bottom right square should be a light square. And that's a huge problem. How are you supposed to learn chess at all if you can't even remember that the bottom right square is a light square? So that's like the tip of the iceberg, in my opinion, of what beginners should be focusing on. Beginners need to be focusing on the very, very, very like raw elements of the game, so that they have like a fluency in the board. And especially if they're younger, if you start, it might be more difficult in the short term, But if somebody's serious about getting like strong at the game long term, I feel like setting them up with that foundation is much stronger. And when they're kids, like if they're children, I feel like it's much more productive to teach them that, because it gives them the foundation they need, that even if they lose you as a coach, they'll still be able to have the foundation they need to continue to improve on their own. That's my goal as a coach. That's my goal as a teacher, is to make sure that they don't need me. Like I mean, as much as that sound, obviously there's always going to be another student, so I don't need to worry. I mean, obviously you want to think about your, it shouldn't be about like, oh, what can I do to milk this student to get the most money out of them? Like that's a terrible ideology. I don't like that. If at all possible, I should be able to help a student in one session, and then there's always going to be another student. Is the ideal. Hey, Bird Patch, what the fuck is up? What the fuck is up with you, Bird Patch? How are you? It's good to see you. Nice to meet you. I hope you have a good bird. New to go, kinda. I mean, not really. I've played it so many years, but barely. Like I would always give up. I would always give up. Like I would get frustrated and give up. And move my board just a little to get those first line moves. I believe we're in the end game, like very deep in the end game, and I'm gonna lose, of course. Let me just make sure
10,
there's no cutting points.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Yeah, let's just play here. Yeah, I'm playing a 6Q. He's playing a teaching game. And so he probably could have beaten me a lot harder, but he's already beating me, so it's one thing. Maybe I can get a few points here, like 1 point. I can get 1 point here. I don't know. We're gonna do a review afterward, and then I'm gonna watch his VOD later, because he's a streamer. His name is ILY Nakok Cha. And so I'm gonna watch the VOD later to see his thought process during the game. That's usually how I like to learn, is I like to do my own thing and then go back later and review. I mean, it would be one thing if I just played and I didn't do anything afterwards. That would be kind of a problem. It's just the way I learn is I like to be really thorough. I like to do everything with 100% focus. Like, I'll play the game with 100% focus, and then I'll rest with 100% focus, and then I'll come back with 100% focus to review. Definitely the best way. I mean, I don't know if it's the best way, but it's the way I know how, the way I think is the best. But yeah, I think I need to make this move. It's very critical here. Okay, because I don't want there to be like a snapback. Okay, and so now that whole group is alive, and that white group is dead. Oh, I could have taken away 1 point. Let me just capture just to be safe. I don't want to take a risk there because I'm so surrounded. And let's just capture this stone here. And fill it in. Oh no, I could have captured that other stone. Oh, what am I doing? I could have gotten 1 more point. Oh well. And let me just get rid of cutting points. Oh, this is already alive. Yeah, I could have gotten 1 more point in the top right corner. But maybe not, because I would have had to fill it. I have like one more chance to get captures here, but he's not gonna let me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I could have tried to like interject a stone there, but now it's not gonna happen. Is every group alive? Is every group alive? Well, let me just get rid of cutting points now. And then we'll count. Any more cutting points? Well, let's play here. Let's just... Okay, and no cutting points here, right? Okay.
10.
I need to capture this group because... Oh no, it couldn't... For some reason I was hallucinating. I'm like, what? Okay, and then I just capture... Oh no, yeah, either way, you're gonna be able to connect the groups. Oh, never mind. He's letting me capture. And I'm just gonna pass.
Pass. Remove the dead stones.
Yeah.
White wins.
Yeah, White wins by 33.5. That was an interesting game. I felt like I learned a lot. Very good game.
Review started.
Let me see. I said we can get on Discord. I don't know if he wants to get on Discord. Oh, I'm trying to type. It's like... Ah! Okay. Oh, I did... You don't have to review. Yeah, obviously he's the stronger player. It's his decision, so... Not gonna force anything. It's all fine. I really don't like pressure. I don't like putting pressure on myself. Don't like putting pressure on others. I already give myself enough pressure to put myself like so I need to like make up for it by being like easier on myself. Yeah, I'm playing on a physical board too. It helps me. It helps me focus, and it also I think it's giving me like subliminal extra understanding of the space between the stones and stuff, because like especially if like, you know, when I go play like AGA over the board games, like in a tournament, then I already have like a lot more experience and practice already, because I'm not just staring at a computer screen, I'm also playing on a Gobon. So I have I'm going to show you the board in a second. I prefer the double convex stones. These are just like a really cheap acrylic, really cheap. Like these were like, I think like $12 or something, or $15 or something. They're really good stones, you know, for the price. I honestly I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'd be able to tell the difference between these and like some like what do they call them? The shell stones. It's like I think I would be able to tell the difference, obviously, but I don't think I require like $100 stones. You know, it's like um. But and I have like a $35 bamboo pressed Gobon. It's just like a table board, but it's a solid one. It's not fold. It's like it's not a full size, but it's like near full size. And on the other side, it has Jiangqi. So that's super useful for me because I love this game as well. I don't play it as much as I would like to, but you know, one game at a time. You know, if I'm focusing on chess, you know, there'll be a time to focus more on Jiangqi and um yeah, I don't think he wants to review. It's okay. Um Oof, but I'm gonna go through it at least, I guess. I don't know if I really responded to this very well. Maybe could have played here. No, that I don't know if that would be how it went, but somewhere over here, like no, not there. Yeah, I don't know. And the thing I like about games like this and about streaming is like sometimes it's like really good. Like I can just treat this board like a science lab, like it's a laboratory. I can just like move pieces. I can just be like, what if I played here? What if I played here? And you know, as long as I like kind of take a deep breath and understand that there's no rush, like we can just try out all sorts of different variations and just see where I could have played differently. Like I don't know if Hane here was the best. Like I said, maybe it would have been better to just to play like play on this side of the board, like the same idea. Oops, like the same idea here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if Hane was the best. I mean, I could have even just played over here or played here. And maybe you play here and then Hane at the head of two stones. Hmm. But that's where it went. Yeah, I don't know if I needed to play at P1. This was kind of weird. I don't know if this was useful playing along the center here. Like I don't know. Like I said, I mean I think K4 was already dead. Maybe I should have just abandoned it. Maybe I should have just focused on maybe just like trying to play on G17, trying to make like some kind of base on the top side. Would have given me some extra points and just give white this center. And then maybe eventually like play out here somehow to like kind of and then maybe K7 to try to play along the center line, but like I don't think White would have let that happen. To be completely honest, I don't know if that would have been able. I don't think I would have been. And also, like, in order to make this happen, I would need to do a few moves. And that's just way too many moves, I think. And then play here, and maybe there's gonna be a Ko. But then you just fill it. And then these two groups are separated, so I don't know. I just don't know. But obviously that's just a theoretical variation. This is actually what happened, this nonsense here. It's just absolute nonsense from me. Like honestly, I don't know how else I could have played from that point. I think it's just that's a little too advanced for me at the moment for me to try to understand the like the more in-depth middle game tactics. And the end game's usually straightforward, but obviously I could play better at the end game. Because I don't quite know what my goals are besides just like get rid of cutting points and make sure there's no chances for attacks. Like obviously like White did not have to play here. White because in this situation whether I play here then White plays here. And then I can't capture. You just play yeah, if you play there you just capture. So I wouldn't be able to surround if you play here, the same idea. Like I can't cut through here. And yeah, so White needs to play. White needs to play in one of these areas, because otherwise it's a dead group. But of course, I think he said he was playing a teaching game, so he didn't. He just and also he still won with that because he was up like so many stones. All he had to do was just like let the counting begin, and that's what happened. I was like, well, there's no more progress that can be made. We're not playing Chinese counting rules, so and honestly, there's no real reason to continue at that point. Well, let's like take a little bit of a breather. We've been going for an hour and 22 minutes, and we're probably gonna go to our next game. I think he's done. Or maybe not. Maybe I can challenge him to another game. Um, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Let me play. Let me just play a random game.
Game started.
All right. Good luck. Have fun. And I'm playing black again. And then let's try to play the low Chinese again. Except we flipped the board around. But it's symmetrical, so it's fine. Oh, you're gonna play that way, huh? Well, let me just play this way. Knight move away from it. Oh, you're gonna play a fifth line move? Okay, let's really go into it. Play the Chinese style here. And you're gonna attach. I think that helps me. Pretty sure. Okay. Well, I think I can actually just... Let's play here. And let's see, 1, 2, 3. Well, it looks like white's going for center influence. I don't know if that's going to work out too well, this invasion, but I'm going to try. Let me just attack. Now, I need to learn how to not give up so much center. But that's something that'll happen over time, I think. Let me try to get this bottom corner over here and maybe a base on the bottom side. Okay, looks like that's not going to happen. But I can play this way. Don't worry, I'm wearing a mask. Because I'm not even in the same house as you. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it, you guys. We're gonna get through the game. Win or lose, we're making it through the game. That's what life is all about. Doesn't matter if you win or lose. It does. In the end of the day, it does. But eventually, we will win. That's the idea. It's like you might lose a game or two, but there will be a day where you win, and then maybe you'll keep winning. And that's what we're really going for. We're not trying to win one game. We're trying to win all the games. That's what life is all about. Because life is not a board game. Although sometimes the results of you know, there's certain games we play in Go or in chess where the result really does matter very deeply for that moment. But in the end of the day, like, you play that game and you learn from it and you try to play stronger next time. That's really all. That's really the only thing that you're doing, like playing chess or Go. Like, in the end of the day, it's just one game, and then another game, and then another game. So we need to learn how to take the pressure off ourselves and not feel so, like, devastated by a loss, even though it is a very real thing, and you need to acknowledge the feeling and grieve over a loss, because if you don't, you're not acknowledging that it is you know, because it's valid. Feeling a defeat is valid. Like, it's devastating. And to try to ignore it and try to say, oh, it's just a game, it's fine. It's like, no, that's invalidating the very real feeling you're having. And so you need to validate it and say, I lost the game. Take a deep breath and feel that. Like, let yourself feel the loss. And then after you've felt it, you're able to move past it. And then you could say, okay, well, what did I do wrong that game? What could I have done better? What did I do right? And because if you're stuck in the grief, you're not going to be able to get better from it. You're not going to be able to learn from it, and then you'll be stuck in an eternal, maybe not eternal, but you'll be stuck in a cycle of just not doing as much as you could be. Like, if you're still feeling the grief of your loss, and you try to force your way through ignoring it, it's like it's still going to be there, like, down the line. And so instead of just letting that happen, just feel the loss and then move forward. It's been the story of my life. Just loss after loss after loss. But it's okay. It's okay. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. Some way. Bing, bang. Bing, boom, bang. Bing. Yeah, let's play there. Oh God! For some reason That's what I'm talking about. That was painful. I, for some reason, thought that group wasn't surrounded. Oh well. Whoops. Sometimes that happens. Oh well, I think I can come back from it. I mean, we're gonna have to, right? My lips are chapped. But yeah, it's just how life is, Bird Patch. We're just one squawk away from losing everything. Squawk! Squawk! It's just how life goes sometimes. But it's okay, we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep placing the stones. Oh, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna play P1 here. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, by the way. This game makes no sense to me. But it's okay. We're gonna fight through it. I acknowledge that I have no idea what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna put, in order to, I can't fool myself. I can't tell myself, oh, I'm an amazing Go player. You know, like, no, that's not gonna happen. That's not real. That's the falsity of my beliefs. I need to live in reality, and in order to move forward, you need to ground yourself in reality. I am not a strong Go player. And if I want to become a strong Go player, I have to acknowledge that. Probably not going to become a 9-Dan pro, but that's something we have to first become a 1Q. You know, we have to, let's get out of DDK, you know. Double digit Q is my first goal. You know, if your goal is to become a 9-Dan pro, you don't try to become a 9-Dan pro. You try to play one stone, and then you play the next stone, and then you play the next stone. Okay, because it's not realistic to try to aim for something that's so many stones away. Like, and it might never even happen. Probably won't never happen. I'm probably not going to become a 9-Dan pro. But I mean, it's not impossible. It's just extremely unlikely, okay? Like, let's just be real here, okay? I don't think it's impossible. If I, like, somehow, like, just became a genius at the game and, like, just played, like, thousands of games with the strongest people in the world and, like, got, like, top-tier coaching and like had access to like unlimited tournament play and just played tournament after tournament after tournament and getting coaching after coaching after coaching, living, breathing, and sleeping Go for like 10 years, maybe I could become a Shodan pro. But I doubt anything like that would happen, so I'm just gonna stream and try to get the best I can in this life, you know? I don't know, like, you know, you can never really know what's gonna happen in the future, so I'm not gonna write the future. I'm just gonna place one stone at a time. I'm gonna say, okay, well, obviously my goal is to become like a very, 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 very strong Go player. I'm not gonna make a goal like, oh, I want to become 9-Dan pro, or like, those are intangible. And what I mean by intangible is like, it's not a goal that you can control. You can't control whether or not you rank up, you know, because you don't know how you're gonna perform. But what you can do is you can say, well, I'm gonna play 5 games a day for the next month. And I'm going to review each of those games with a stronger player. That's something you can control. That's a finite amount of things. That's something that you could actually put down on paper, and whether you perform it, the important thing is that it's a goal, or it's not, instead of a goal oriented focus, it's a process oriented focus, which means that you're going to accomplish it regardless of how well you perform. So it's like, even if you play badly, you still accomplish the goal. And so it's like, it moves you forward because just by virtue of doing those things, you will get better at what you, and you if you try to make a goal like, I'm going to reach such and such rank or such and such rating by X amount of time, then it's probably not going to end up being the way you want it to be. And then also, even if you do get there, like, you've just pressured yourself so much to constrain yourself to that goal, and you have absolutely like no control over it really. But if you do the other thing, which is just focus on the process and focus on saying, I'm going to do X amount of games per day, I'm going to do X amount of life and death problems, I'm going to do X amount of coaching or review, etc., etc., I'm going to watch X amount of lectures per week or something like that, and then you do that, then the funny thing is that even though you're not trying to rank up or whatever, just by doing that activity, you're gonna end up making it happen, most likely, because like you're doing the things you need to become a stronger player. And in the end of the day, that's the real goal, is to become a stronger player. The other things will happen if you become stronger. They won't happen if you're not stronger. And so your goal should, logically, your goal should just be to get stronger, not to say, oh, I want to be X, like a single digit Q by next month, or that's ridiculous. It's not going to happen. If it does, like at what cost? You're probably going to hate yourself, and you're probably going to hate Go or chess, and I don't know. That's my philosophy on it. I'm playing really badly this game. That's my judgment of the situation. But I think I'm actually doing okay. I don't know. White, I need to limit what whites gets toward the center, or expand what I get in the corners. So I think that's the main issue, is what is white gonna get in the center is the main question of this game. Yeah, it's my biggest fear is dropping a stone and messing up the board. So it's I try to be careful when I play stones. But obviously sometimes it's just not so good. My biggest issue right at the moment is if I'm playing a game over the board with in real life with somebody, I have difficulty counting at the end of the game. And so it's online, the game automatically counts. And so it's I feel that's an issue that I face. It's because this game has been around for 2,000 years. People have been counting score for 2,000 years. And obviously technology helps, but I feel I'm at a disadvantage for not being able to count correctly. But it's okay, we'll get there. One stone at a time. One stone at a time. And, people will come in and, obviously there's always people who are negative, and they see you performing badly, and instead of trying to understand, that it's a process, they just, see you at the moment, and they're like, you're terrible. How dare you stream? How dare you try to convince us that you're smart? And it's dude, I'm not trying to convince anyone. I don't know why people get this idea. It says more about them than it does about me. But it's I just don't understand why you would go into other people's channels and just be negative. I really don't get it. But at the same time, I'm just gonna ignore it, move forward. But Okay, well I got a closed triangle here. But it's like sometimes it really bothers me. Like they come in and they're like they start off right at the gates with like, you're an absolutely terrible player. You're never going to make it. It's like, dude, like, do you really think that that's helped anybody ever in their life? Like trying to just be super negative? I guess they're thinking, I think their mindset, what they're thinking is they think that it's like reverse psychology or something. Like they think, oh, in order to get stronger, you have to be told that you're garbage. And it's like, dude, like no. That's not productive. That's not productive. There's way better things you could be doing. Let me just play here. I want to make sure that I can make more points over here in the top right, but these stones are going to be kind of dangerous unless I can connect these stones. Yeah, let's just play here. Oh, nice. It's frustrating as hell. But at the end of the day, you know, it says more about them than it does me. So it's like I need to like learn how to like deal with that because you know, as a streamer, those people are just like a dime a dozen. You know, it's like, and you know, like I think the best way to put it is like you don't see like a face attached to their username. You don't see them streaming. Like, okay, well, it kind of makes me feel better because like how would they perform in my situation? Not to try to make it like a ego thing or whatever, just saying like at least I'm out here trying to grow my game and trying to grow my stream, and I'm not trying to trash other people and bring them down. I'm trying to bring other people up. You know, that to me that's a much better way to live. And in the end of the day, they're just some random alternate account that they made just like 5 minutes before they came in to spam me. And you know, in the end of the day, like why should I care about that? Like that's just some random person who thinks that they're clever. Some really poor soul, actually. Really kind of feel sorry for them. Like obviously, you know, it's been happening less and less on my stream. I feel like I've really stood my ground. Like I've really been able to like kind of like not put up with that kind of nonsense. And they kind of give up on you after they realize they're not going to hurt you. Which is kind of sad because then they go on to try to hurt someone else, and maybe they're not going to do as well as me. But you know, I can't control that. I can't control other people. I can only focus on my own life, and I can only place my stones. I can't place my opponent's stones. I really like the metaphors that we can talk about with Go. It's like just place one stone. It's just like life. It's like life. Go is life. Life is Go. I've watched Hikaru no Go like 3 times. Watched it in Japanese, and I watched it in English. I've watched like I think like a little bit more than 1/3 of it in Korean and then in English again. Hikaru no Go is really great for motivation. It's like it's an amazing anime, honestly. It went a lot differently than I thought it would. Like I thought it was just gonna be a run-of-the-mill shonen style, but it really surprised me. Like it went in directions that like aren't where I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna be like all like stereotypical anime, but it I was pleasantly surprised. Because I understand like a lot of that feeling, and it gives me a lot of motivation. Because like I'm trying to become like a master, like at chess, and like understanding that level of focus required to get to the strength of being able to play at the like stronger levels. You know, in that kind of tournament setting where everybody is strong or stronger than you, and they all want the same thing. And it's like having that kind of level of focus and that level of competition is like that's what the game's all about. Like that's where you're going to grow the most. You know, like playing online, you really don't get that. Like sometimes you do if there's like I guess maybe if there's money on the line. um but at the same time, like you generally don't have to pay online. But if you go to a tournament, you have to physically be there. You have to pay an entry fee. There's all that, like you set aside like a whole day to the tournament, and then maybe it's multiple days. And so it's like it's an experience. Like it's like it's very real, and that associates with your I feel like if you really want to get the stronger, you have to play these over the board tournaments, because your brain associates things better in the real world than it does on a two-dimensional screen. Like it just puts everything that you've studied into like real terms. Yeah, but you can only do so much of that in life. You know, I wish I had unlimited access to that. That's actually one of my dreams, is being able to just go to tournaments like every week and just get so used to it that it's like the same as like going on a run or something like that, like exercising. Like it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to a tournament this weekend, or you know, like oh it's just like going rock climbing or something. That's my goal, is making it so it's not a big deal. I mean, it's still a big deal because like you don't always go rock climbing every day. Maybe you do. I don't know. I mean, ideally, I would play like 5 or 6 tournaments a week. Like of classical games. Like that's intense. I'd have to work up to that, but that would be the ideal situation in my opinion. I mean, maybe not that many games a week because you need days off to rest. But like, you know, like let's say 2 days in a row, then a day of rest, and then 2 days in a row. So like 2 games, day of rest. 2 games, day of rest. Yeah, so that's like four days a week of tournament play. I mean, that would be pretty epic. Like that would be my idea of living life to its fullest. Like traveling and playing tournaments all the time, my entire life dedicated to that. That's my dream. Might not be everybody's dream. Most people, maybe a lot of people want to like go out and like party, or you know, I already lived that life. You know, that's my idea of a party is going to a tournament. I'm kind of an interesting case, I guess. That's my idea of a good time. Is going to a tournament to play chess or Go, or Shogi, or Xiangqi. Those are like my 4 games: chess, Shogi, Go, Xiangqi. Those are my 4 games for life. Obviously, there's other variants, but like, I mean, those are my core. My core is chess and Go, really. Okay, and I need to see if this group on the right over here is that a dead group? I'm pretty sure it is, because there's no way to try to cut these stones. You can't play here because you'll be self-Atari. Yeah, you'd have to be able to play 3 stones, and any kind of hint of that happening, I would just capture. So this is the dead group. Hey, hey Takashiru. He could double Atari S11. Yeah, yeah. Takashiru, please no kibitzing during a game. We can talk about it afterwards. I appreciate it. He could double Atari at S11. But then I just take the stones. Like if white plays S11, I play T14 and I capture. So this is a dead group. There's the only thing white could do is to threaten to like Atari here, because threatening to play R11 and also threatening to capture the stone on T11 with T10. But in the end of the day, I just play T14. Just double checking. But yeah, it's pretty sure it's fine. I need to secure this group here. Yeah, I don't know where they. I'm pretty sure they're winning. But I'm gonna play it out, so it's all good. Yeah, I know you love the game, Takashiru, and I know you really want to talk about the game, but it's like I really like try to treat my games like I'm playing it's a ranked game, and it's also I have like integrity. I like to try to play as if I'm playing. I mean, obviously with Twitch and chat it's a little different, but if you want to kibitz, we can play an unrated game together, or we could review. It's okay, Takashiru. You're really good. And you've been at my on my stream multiple times and you've been really helpful, so um hmm. Let me just capture. I wanted to play on the bottom left, but I didn't feel right. I can try to make some eyes here. Do okay. But yeah, like I'm feeling like a really good about the game now. Like I've been playing like kind of regularly over the past few weeks, and like I'm starting to get like a comfort. Like obviously, comfort doesn't mean I'm doing well, but I'm getting more. At least at the very least, I'm getting more comfortable with the game. Um, okay, bing, bang, boom, or bing, bing. Oh yeah, let's go here. I mean, every game really comes down to bing bang boom. I mean, that's that's really all it comes down to. You gotta be able to say if I play here, they play here, I play here, they play here. Like that's bing bang bing, bing bang boom. Like that's really all every game comes down to. Every game in the planet. It's just more variations of the same idea. Bing bang boom. And I think I just fill that in. Beep bop beep bop boo boo. Okay. And let's just see what we can make out of this. Can I make any more progress? Yeah, I think so. Kind of this interesting situation going on here. I think white has like a giant control over the center. But I think I can kind of diminish a little bit. Okay, let's play here. I don't know if that's gonna be useful. I don't know why I played there. Jeez. But it's okay. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. It's okay. Just one more stone at a time. And then I'm gonna take, I think after this game, we're gonna review it a little bit, and then I am going to end the stream. We'll be back later today, I think, to play some chess. But we'll see how that goes. At the very least, I did my daily amount of Go, and I did my Go stream. And we'll see how I am with chess. I still like to play chess, and I still want to grow at chess, so... and 2 hours is not, like, a giant stream, so I feel like I could pull off another 2-hour stream of chess, and then I'll feel pretty accomplished for the whole day after that. And it's like, you know, to play a few Go games and do some review, and then let my mind work on it, let my mind rest, and then do it again. And just keep doing that over and over and over till I become a 9 Dan pro, and then continue doing it after that. So there really is no end. Like, there's no end goal. There's no end point to my Go playing or my chess playing. Like, okay, I think I might be able to do something here. Because my opponent has that J5 stone. Kind of like it's played like a little bit high. But maybe K4 is a little too high for me to play. Maybe I could have done better if I played K3, but... let me actually play towards the center. I need to get towards my group. Gotta get more towards my homies. My crew. But now you just put an intervening stone. So that's probably not going to end too well for me, but I'm just going to play here. I feel accomplished. You know, you play a game and I try to use my knowledge to try to play decently, and I do pretty okay, I guess. Or maybe I don't do so okay. But I feel like just playing the game is teaching me a lot. May not be apparent right away, but maybe as time goes on, I start to learn things. So, you know, I need to stop giving myself so much pressure. I don't have to be a master of the game right now, you know? Just keep playing a game and learn at my own pace. That's all anyone can do, you know? It's just, you can't be expected to go faster than you're capable of. And so, you know, just go at your own pace. And for me, I need to have this peace of mind. And I need to have this focus. Oh God. This is not good. Hi, United. Welcome back, my friend. I hope you are having a beautiful morning or night or evening or day or I don't know. I don't know what time it is on your planet. If you even have a concept of time. But together we are united. We are united in our love and passion for the game. Yeah, this is not going to end well for those stones. It's... Oh, wow. So it's like early morning for you. Yeah, it's 10:53 here in the morning. Nice hoodie you're wearing. Thanks. I don't think it'll fit over my headphones. I feel like we've had a really good stream. After this game, it's going to be over pretty soon. We're going to go over it just a little bit, and then... You're from the great state of New York? No, I'm from California. It's on the other side of the country. But it's okay. I guess New York is close to California. I've never actually really been outside of California. It's kind of sad. But, you know, I need to not give up hope. There will be a day I can travel across the land and across the world and play many, many tournaments and meet many great people, awesome people, obviously some bad people, but you know, we're not gonna worry about them. We're gonna, like, you know, only focus on the good people. California, New York are huge bases for Democrats. Yes. But I really think a lot of the things, it's not so much about Democrat or Republican. It's more about, like, whether you're Democrat or Republican, like, what side of history are you going to be on? Are you going to be on the side of history that wants to say that certain people have more rights than others and should be treated better than others? Or are you going to be on the side of history that says, hey, we're all different, and instead of punishing people who aren't able to fit into a box that society wants you to be in, maybe we should fit our society so that all people can have access to growth and all people can have access to the pursuit of happiness and success. And, you know, if anybody works hard and puts in the time and energy and dedication, anybody should be able to be successful at whatever it is they're seeking, instead of having all these barriers, you know, just because of the way you look or because of your sexual orientation or because of the color of your skin or because of your gender identity. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why? And it's not really that they're Republicans. It's that they're just, like, on the wrong side of history. And it's not because they're Republican. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with being Republican. Yeah, I mean, well, I think most reasonable people are kind of more moderate. I mean, nobody's, like, really right-wing, or, I mean, there are people who are very right-wing or very left-wing. I don't agree with either of those sides, because I think being too liberal is a problem. I would be more moderate. But liberalism is really about, like, understanding that there's social inequities, and there's things that should be done in government to make sure that that's not allowed to continue. Because there's things where it's like... Especially with, you know, like, during the pandemic, there's been so many attacks on human rights during a life-threatening virus pandemic. Like transgender rights were rolled back. You know, and like, so it's like saying that people could deny health care to someone just because they're transgender. And that's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything to be gained by pushing for socialism or capitalism. I really think at the end of the day, if we have proper checks and balances, capitalism would actually work really well. Because if you have capitalism without corruption, I feel like that's a good system. But in the end of the day, like whether it's capitalism or communism, it won't really work too well if people are allowed to just run amok and just like hurt people with policies that take away people's rights. No one should be discriminated against because of their skin color. So and it's not sexual preference, it's sexual orientation, because preference gives the illusion that it's a choice, and it's not that people prefer one sex or the other. It's that they can't, that's just their orientation. That's what they're attracted, that's who they're attracted to sexually. And some people say sexual preference, but it's kind of a misnomer. I don't think it's a big deal. You seem like a good ally, so I'm not trying to say that you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, that's like kind of a misnomer. There's worse things that people can say, like by like accidentally saying sexual preference is by no means like a problem. It just is if you like. I think the point is to help people understand that having a certain sexual orientation or a gender identity is not a choice. It's not a lifestyle. Like being Democrat or Republican is a lifestyle. Like playing basketball or playing chess or playing Go, like that's a lifestyle. Going out for rock climbing is a lifestyle. But who you're attracted to and your gender identity and all sorts of stuff like that, like you can't change that. And people want to believe that that's a choice. But like, there's an upcoming chess movie. Well, I already watched the amazing series called Queen's Gambit. It's a 7-part miniseries about it's based on a novel about a woman who becomes a chess prodigy and like all the challenges she faces. And it's pretty awesome series, I would have to say. I think it does justice to the struggles that women go through and the struggles that chess players go through. I would check it out. It's called Queen's Gambit. I don't know of any other upcoming chess movie. That I'm kind of excited now that if it's something different. I mean, I like to see like chess movies and stuff like that. I would love to see one with Zhang Chi. Yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to see a movie about Zhang Chi in the United States, but maybe that would be a good chance to spread Chinese culture to the West more, because we live in, especially here in California, we have places like San Francisco. There's a very heavy Chinese population. And so it's a significant amount of the population in the United States. And I feel like there needs to be more of an effort to share Chinese culture, especially Chinese American culture, with the rest of the country, and help people understand, like, hey, by the way, you're not the only population in this country. And, in fact, like the whole purpose, this whole country was built on immigrants, and we wouldn't be where we're at today, and all these rich white people wouldn't be where they're at today if it weren't for all the work of immigrants. So it's like, it's kind of ironic that people are just completely like are just like completely like what's the word, exploiting workers, when workers are the one who built this country. And without workers, they wouldn't be able to do what they're doing. They wouldn't be able to exploit workers. Yeah, the good thing about all these games and why I love them so much is because it's not about luck. Like, you play a game like poker, and like, yeah, there are skills involved. I don't want to like there are skills involved in poker, but like there still is that element of chance. Where with chess or Go or Xiangqi, it's pure skill. You can't you can control the game purely with skill, and that's what makes it so appealing to me. And I think a lot of people. And I really wish more people would fall in love with these games, because I'm pretty sure, obviously not everybody, it's not for everybody, but I'm convinced that if most people have access to the actual like understanding of the game and enjoy and understand the history and the control and the cultural significance of the game, that I feel like people really like have more of more access to it. Okay, let me just get rid of cutting points, and then I'm gonna pass after we get rid of the cutting points. The variation among a chess game, especially Go, is fascinating beyond measure. Yeah, exactly. There's so many variations. Yeah, most people, when they get interested in chess or Go or whatever, the first thing that really interests them is that they're like, oh, there's more possible positions in chess than there are number of atoms in the known universe, or number of seconds since the Big Bang. Like, that's usually the first thing that fascinates people who aren't like already involved. And then from there, it's kind of, then it goes from there. But like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost. These stones are dead. These stones are dead. This group is connected. Have I gotten rid of all my cutting points? And then I'm gonna pass, I think. Just want to double check. Okay, this is all connected.
Ten, 9, 8.
Okay, let's go here. And then I think I can pass after this. Yeah, let's just pass.
Pass.
Okay, they're just gonna keep playing. I'm just gonna keep passing.
Remove the dead stones.
My opponent's not... My opponent's not accepting the stones. They need to click on the blue button.
You have won.
I won by 4.5 points. Wow. Jeez, that's pretty intense. I didn't even think I was winning. I thought I was losing here. That was pretty intense. I guess I win. I thought I was losing. It looks like I was winning for a long time. Jeez. Oh, hey, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the game earlier. What I think I think you, what should I call you? Should I call you Neko-cha? Yeah, welcome to the stream. I really enjoyed that game. And like I said, it wasn't, I would have enjoyed a review, but it's okay if we didn't review the game. I was trying to get a review, but I guess that's a lot to ask. But it looks like this game I did pretty well. I actually thought I was losing. I thought I was losing for a while. It looks like just by the AI. But then I guess like my opponent slipped, and then I just like dominated the game. I gave away the game apparently right here. I guess I should have. I guess I could have gone for. This was a mistake. So this was a mistake. I could have played like here. Yeah, that's minus 8.5, I guess. I don't know. I really shouldn't think too much about the AI. Yeah, it's just having fun, no pressure. I sometimes it's actually really hard for me to go through a review. And sometimes it's really like helpful, but sometimes it's like the opposite of helpful because like I'll be like really worked up, and I feel like sometimes like if it's just sometimes just playing the game, and maybe I look at like I looked at a few spots in the game, but at the same time like it's always better to have somebody who knows more. But like I said, you're the stronger opponent, so it's up to you whether or not you want to review. So that's I feel like that's your right as the stronger player, and I think the thing is like there will be more chances for more games. I hope we get to play many more games in the future. I do stream pretty regularly. If you ever want to come in and play, or if you ever want to play chess as well, I'm gonna stream chess later today. I'm actually kind of like wrapping up. I was gonna look at the game a little bit, but I think that's enough for today. I'm gonna be taking a break for a few hours. I'll be back later. So give me a follow if you want to see when I go live next. I do have a Discord if you want to join, but you already have my Discord info. If you want to DM or talk to me on your server, but if you want to join my server, it's kind of small. And I do get a lot of hateful people who come in randomly, so if you don't want to see random like racial slurs that every now and then somebody pops in and says something really bad and I have to ban them. I get people who hate me just because I'm transgender, and like it's kind of frustrating, but it's just part of my life. I have to, it's my cross to bear, it's but in the end of the day, like if you ever want to pop in my Discord or any of that, even if you just want to pop by my stream, there's announcements usually in my Discord, and sometimes I announce on Twitter, or you can give me a follow if you want. If not, that's okay too. Doesn't matter. I like to make friends, and I like to play games with other people. In the end of the day, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be playing lots of games, and we're going to be studying and learning together and having fun. And I just hope that in the future we can have more of that. I don't like to have negativity or bad times, so all the good times like really adds up a lot. So anyway, I'm gonna head out for now. I need to take a break, and I will be back in a few hours or maybe even longer to play some chess. Because I'm also a chess player, so it's like we'll have like a part 2 to the stream later. We've been going for over 2 hours, so there will be a part 2. There will be blood. Okay, bye.